Hey guys, I'm Rebecca Oberstadt. I'm going to show you, hopefully if you can see, how to make a really simple sterling silver chain. This is for actually a friend of mine. I'm going to use the split rings that I use on my dangle belly rings so that she has extra strength because she's got a little one at home. So I have to use let me get this up here so you can see it. I have to use a safety pin in order to pop this open, and this is actually going to be really easy. I've already cut the chain. I should have waited to do that, and I'm going to go ahead and slide the sterling silver lobster claw on it. Let me see if I can get this better so you can see it on the video. And there goes the claw. Get back here. Turkey turds. Trying to do this where you guys can see it is a little bit more difficult than I thought. Just hit my foot. Okay, so you might not be able to see very well, but let me arrange my dress here. And as I slide this on the spring ring, I'm holding both the chain and the lobster claw so that they slide together evenly and so that the chain doesn't get squashed. And it looks like I'm almost there. And please excuse all the noise. I am at work. Okay, so there's the chain and the lobster claw. And I could just leave this open so that she could use this as what she hooks it to, but I'm not going to do that because, again, she's got a little one at home. So I'm going to go ahead and take another spring ring because of how strong they are. Actually, and you just heard that pop open. It doesn't want my safety pin. And I just get to the very end of the length, and basically you just buy pre-made chain, and you can buy the spring rings at your local hobby store, or you can actually get them from the same place that you buy your chain. And she wanted a really long necklace because she wanted it to hang in a certain place. So there is the closure and the chain. This is a 4mm wide cable chain. Just a real simple open chain, but they're very sturdy. And I'm going to go ahead and measure it now that I've got the closure on it. And my ruler goes to 18 inches instead of 12. My tools, I'll probably knock them down and close this because I'll probably stab myself. I'm very accident prone. So there is 18. So I'm going to use my handy dandy calculator so I don't forget. And then starting where I was, and it's actually 9 3/4. So this chain is actually 27 3/4 of an inch long. So she should be happy with it. She wanted almost a 30-inch chain anyways, but I measured it and she said, I want it right there. So she put her finger where she wanted it. I basically just, simple and easy, wrapped it around her neck, and I've already tied it in a knot. I'm really good at that too. And actually, the chain here is the same chain as this. So that's one reason why she liked it, was because it's a chain that I wear, and it's solid sterling silver. I do these either by the foot or by the inch, depending on how you want it made. And she specified the teardrop lobster claw. I had already pulled this little guy out. That's what was on the tray that I removed. This is a standard lobster claw, and it's rather tiny. Or I've got, this is a magnetic closure, but it's sterling silver plated. So, they're very handy if you have a hard time with your hands. So, on me it's rather long, but on her it's it goes right here where my pendant actually is. So now that it's completed, and I know, I'm going to go ahead and write that down. 27 3/4 inch 4mm cable. Because I like to keep records. And today's been a very slow day. Now I'm going to go ahead and take my scale, and I have to put it on a flat surface before I turn it on. And due to the weight of the chain, I always put a weight on it in one of the corners. Let's see if I can show you that. Okay, so that weighs 20 grams. Now, I go ahead and clear that, and then I put the chain right in the center. I'm actually eating with my hairs because it's up in a bun, so I've got all these naturally curly. Okay, so that weighs 4 grams. Now, what I usually do, instead of charging her $3 an inch, which if I was to do that, if I do 27.75 times 3, that's $83.25 for a chain. Sterling silver is not that worth that much. So if I do 4 and I multiply it by what I charge for a chain, then I come up with my cost. And then I write down estimated what I would charge her for the chain. And it's up to her, because she's a friend. I give her a little bit of a discount. I'm not charging her full price like I would somebody that walked in from the street. And she gets a handmade solid sterling silver chain that she got to pick out herself. Anyways, that's it. Really very simple. And then I put it, my bag's got a hole. I'm trying to find an ABC bag here, one that's already been used. ABC means already been chewed. And my friend Jeff just walked in. So I'm going to go ahead and stick it in a bag, but actually I just realized this one has a hole. Jeff, could you get me a bag out of the top drawer, please? I need a tiny one. That works. A little tiny, but it's a bag. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put it in the bag. And I have to, I'm going to put in one of these little white pieces of paper, the little squares. What this is they're made by 3M, and they are anti-tarnish papers, and I just threw it on my table. What this does is it soaks up moisture for up to 5 years, and as long as she keeps her silver in the bag after she wears it, you know, wipes it clean with something like this. These are little polishing cloths. They're impregnated with a special chemical, so don't wash these if you ever get a jewelry cloth, because the chemical on them is what helps polish as well as the grit of the cloth. But the piece of paper will help soak moisture out of the bag into the piece of paper for up to 5 years, keeping the chain from tarnishing as fast as normal silver would. And that's it. Her chain is done. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I will see you guys later. Hopefully you have a fantastic Sunday. Bye.